may I use, just because of coincidence?
Not a problem.
May I? Okay.
It'll cost you.
It's already
We'll
cost.
talk about it later.
Just because Ann said do whatever you want, and I don't know what I want to do. And then it started with this, so I thought it might be appropriate to end with this. I was a cab driver in New York City from 1977 through 1985, the golden years. It's where you couldn't keep your wallet in your back pocket because you would get robbed, and then the cops would say, "Why'd you put your wallet in your back pocket?" And you'd say, "Because I was stupid," and they go, "Crime solved." One time I got robbed, and they said, you know, the police can't solve it, so they try to figure out what happened. And finally, at the end of it, they said, "Well, we see what happened." I said, "What?" They said, "You picked up thieves." And I'm like, "Yeah." "Don't do it." I said, "How can I tell?" And they told me one clue is if it's a young black guy in a suit wearing tennis shoes, never pick him up because that means he's going to run. So all these New York City words of wisdom. When I first moved there, my friend Mark Herb, who worked at 62nd PJ, what's now a PJ O'Rourke's, I'm not sure if it was then 62nd in Columbus, he sat me down and he said, "David, you know, here's the thing. New York City, 1 out of every 10 people are thieves. That means at least 200,000 thieves, and they know more than you do." So then he told me what to do. You know, when you walk at night, walk in the middle of the street, because that will stop the people who roll out from underneath cars from robbing you easily. Well, I too knew Bed-Stuy. And Bed-Stuy, I think if Bed-Stuy were in one corner and the South Bronx were in the other, Bed-Stuy would kick the South Bronx's ass, because in the South Bronx you could move on Grand Concourse or 3rd Avenue. But Bed-Stuy had the street Broadway, and Broadway had a elevated subway, and on every elevated subway platform there are at least 3 junkies who seem to live there. And they'd always say, "You want to take me?" And I'd go, "No, no." They said, "Why won't you take me?" And I'd say, "Because you're hailing me with your knife hand." oh, sorry. Taxi! And I thought I just killed someone. So of course I would. But the thing, there's a story I can never tell because I too had a friend who died in the World Trade Center. And when I drove a taxi, the World Trade Center, you know, they had the restaurant windows on the world on the top of the North World Trade Center, which had numbers. I didn't know they had numbers in it then. You know, it wasn't World Trade Center 1, it was like... So you wait for fares at windows on the world because the West Side Highway, a few years before I started driving a cab, collapsed. It decided to fall apart, and there were pieces of it still left. And there was a piece right near the World Trade Center. If you ever see a movie, An American Friend, some bum, I think maybe Dennis Hopper, is living on a piece of the West Side Highway. But you wait underneath this for the taxis in front of the World Trade Center to move, because it's like midnight and you're tired of going up First Avenue, down Second Avenue, fighting everyone. You think, fuck it. You get a fare down to South Ferry, to Staten Island Ferry. You think, okay, I'm going to go, windows on the world, and I'll wait there for like 3 minutes and I'll pick up a fare, which is always a lie. You get there, you wait under this fragment of the World Trade Center for someone in this line of 4 cabs that arc in front of the entrance of the elevator that goes up to windows on the world. Yeah, wait for them to move. And then you smoke, and you start looking at your watch, and now it's 15 minutes, and it's 20 minutes, and you think, fuck, I could have made $15 by now, but fuck, okay, I'm going to get the fare, So but now you're like the monkey who's in that one story that's like, there's a trap for a monkey. He puts his hand in a cage, and there's rice in the cage, and he could get his hand out, but he can't let go of the rice. That's what the imaginary fair is like. Because you think someone's going to come down from windows in the world and say, Trenton, New Jersey. You think, oh, fuck me, New Jersey. And they're smoking too much, and you're looking, you're watching, now it's 45 fucking minutes, and you're trapped. I'm trapped. Someone moves, I get into the arcing light, but there's only one thing that can release you from this line, and that's if you get a drive up.